Good day,
Well, hello,
Luke.
sir.
I can hear you. Can you hear me okay?
How's it going, Duncan?
Good. I'm just sitting
Yeah, I
here,
can hear you just
just
fine.
I cracked one this morning. I like the Abitibi Amber, but have you got a hazy ale? Or no, it's a hazy IPA. Do you have a hazy IPA? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah,
Uh,
I've got a New England IPA. I'm kind of cutting in and out on you here, though.
Yeah, no, I'm same here. I mean, I'm plugged in, so my internet should be pretty good. Oh, this is unfortunate. Jeez. Let's fix this somehow.
Yeah, just give me one quick second to get
Okay.
this resolved. Um, yeah, hold on. All right. Let's see if that's any better for us.
Well, how do you do, Luke?
Not too pretty bad.
Not too pretty bad. I got to tell you, you've been in my life for quite a few years. I haven't known you, but I have friends that have relatives in Englehart, and they come back pretty much every year with some of your beer, and they call me up and say, "Hey, Dunk, I brought some Whiskeyjack beer back." So that's how I got these. So it's pretty cool, and we're thrilled to have you on
Nice.
board. Yeah, we're thrilled to have you on board with this show for a number of reasons. One is when you think of Stompin Tom, I think of two things. I think of beer and cigarettes. So you're not a cigarette company, you're a beer company, and that's good, man. That's a good fit. The other thing is that we're doing this at the Legion, which is
Absolutely.
again, I'm a member of Legion here in Toronto, and we play legions like across the country. We've played hundreds over the years, and it used to be when we were on tour and the gig was over, invariably Tom would find a legion somewhere that would serve him till 1 or 2 in the morning, and we'd sometimes end up at these legions drinking copious amounts of beer at a legion in Espanola or wherever the heck we were. So it's great to have you on board with this. Um, and yeah,
Thank
we're
you.
gonna have some, we're
I
gonna
just
have,
recently joined the Legion as well.
oh, excellent. So the Haileybury Legion, that's a mouthful at early in the morning. The Haileybury Legion is it's pretty active. It's a happening place. And I hear that you're not far from there.
Hmm.
Okay. Can you hear me at all, Luke? You know what we should do is maybe do this by phone some other time.
Yeah, this isn't
Yeah,
going.
yeah. I don't know what I mean. I don't know what your internet's like there, but it shouldn't require a whole lot of
No,
speed. Uh,
yeah, yeah.
you know, another way to
You
do this maybe is
know
to
what? This isn't working with my current setup. Um, let me just. I'm in no hurry though.
well, I got a hockey game in about 25 minutes. I play hockey this morning, but I'm good too. So let's keep going. So it's early in the morning in May. So give that a go.
All right. Hopefully this works a little bit better.
Oh, sounds great.
Yeah, I do everything with my phone. And for some reason this morning I said I'll break out the laptop and this will probably be more comfortable and I'll do it with the laptop. And sure enough, it doesn't work.
Okay, well, we're doing this with your phone. So let's start over. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this footage and make a couple of reels out of it, promote your
Yep.
beer, promote the show, you know, tell the world about, this is kind of it's kind of a risky thing. I don't usually produce my own shows in places too far away because it's so hard to do. But Christine at the Legion has been so fantastic. She's been helping me with this, and then having you on board has just been, just the cherry on the cake, so to speak. So
Nice.
let's start over with this here. So we're recording it now.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So Duncan Fremlin here from Whiskeyjack, and I'm meeting Luke Johnson from Whiskeyjack Beer for the very first time. And I'm telling you, Luke, that you have been in my life for a very long time. My friends who have family in Englehart come back to the city with Whiskeyjack Beer all the time. So
Nice.
I'm a fan. I love that T-shirt you have on. I must get one of those one day. I don't have a Whiskeyjack T-shirt to give you, but I can send you. I sent you a copy of my book. So how about a T-shirt for a book?
I think that's a fair trade. We might even be able to throw in a couple cans of beer too.
That'd be good. Did your wife read this, by the way?
She hasn't had a chance to read it yet, but she was very, very happy and thankful that she received it.
That's great. I can't tell you how excited we are to come to that part of the world. Tom, we did a show with Tom in Englehart. Oh, back in, it was either 90 or 93. I just can't remember. It must have been in the arena. I just thought at the time it was strange that we were on this massive cross country tour. And I thought, well, why are we in Englehart and not in, I don't know, Cobalt or New Liskeard or I don't know. But anyway, it turned out to be a fantastic show. Um,
Nice.
yeah, we had a good time at the show, and then afterward, Tom took us into his dressing room and gave us some beer, and we discussed the show. Funny what you remember about these things, because I performed hundreds of shows with Tom's, but um, never can't remember 90% of them. Being what it is. Anyway, so having Whiskeyjack Beer on board with the Stompin Tom show, I mean, this is so perfect. I can't even tell you. He was the Canadian national beer drinking champion for decades. Did you know that?
I believe it.
Yeah. I think, the other thing, Luke, I think, so my first tour with Tom in 1990, he only drank Molson Golden. So I had to
Nice.
fill the we had to fill the truck up with cases and cases of Golden as we left Ontario because you couldn't find Golden west of the border, Manitoba border. And then in 1993, I guess Molson's had pissed him off. In 1993, he was drinking, I think it was Moosehead. But I'm pretty sure this was before Whiskeyjack Beer this was 93. I'm pretty sure that in 2024, if I were to give him a few cans of Whiskeyjack Beer, he'd switch his allegiance pretty quickly. So you can take that to the bank, pal.
Well, if he was still around, I might even be inclined to make him his own beer, something similar to an old Golden or something.
Oh, there has been talk about that since he died. That would be amazing if you could do that. Only, I mean, you would need to get permission from family, I guess, to do that. But I, I'm surprised there isn't a beer company who's done that, who's taken the brand and just made it, even if it was just a seasonal thing. Once a year, you release. I don't know. Is that something you folks do?
That is something we do. We enjoy making custom beers for people. It's how I started. I'd go to my friends and ask them what beer they drank and what they enjoyed, and I'd make one for them. And it's always been in the business plan, so to speak.
Well, listen, I really appreciate you making one for us. By us, I mean Whiskey Jack music. It may read Whiskey Jack beer, but it really means Whiskey Jack music, and I really appreciate it. Anyway, we're coming on as you can see on the sign there, June 15th. We have an ad that's going to go into the Weekender coming up. I talked to the radio station. We're going to run some ads on the radio station.
Nice.
Is there a large Ukrainian community in Temiskaming Shores?
Is there a large what? I'm sorry.
Ukrainian community?
Um, not exceptionally. There's a couple families.
Okay, so Tom had a pretty special relationship with the Ukrainians in Manitoba, of which there are a lot, and the Ukrainian community in the Timmins area, of which there are a lot. So he wrote this song, and I'm just going to play a little clip, a little bit of it.
Nice.
And we do this, we salute because of what's going on in Russia or in the Ukraine right now. We learned this song, and it's one of our most popular songs. So check this out.
Come and dance, mama. Samohanka, put some income.
So that fiddle player, Luke, that's Tom's
Yep.
fiddle player for 15 years. He's from Prince
Oh,
Edward.
wow.
Of course, his name's Billy McGinnis. He's a virtuoso on the fiddle. He plays all sorts of instruments, and he owns that song. I'll tell you, it's one of the highlights of the night. So, anyway, yeah, there's a lot to look forward to. We got some stories to tell. I'll tell the story of the time Tom came within an inch of punching me in the face. That's a fun story. Well, I can be a bit of I can be an annoying. I'm a hockey player, so I know what it's like to be annoying. And Tom took exception to an attitude I have one day, and we were on our way to Sackville, New Brunswick, at a truck stop, and I had been pissing him off for quite a few days, and we ran into each other. He was leaving the washroom, I was coming out, and he told me years later that he just wanted to knock me
Sock you one.
Jeez. Thank goodness he did. I'd be down for the count, Luke. Down for the count. Anyway, thank you very much for taking the time to do this. Like I said, we're just really hoping.
I'm very much looking forward to having you come up here on June 15th. It's going to be such a good time, such a good show, and I'm spreading the word. I'm hoping to have a good turnout because if you miss it, you're missing out.
We've been doing this for 10 years, so we've got this down pretty cold. We're told, Luke, it's a cross between the Red Green Show and the Vinyl Cafe. So anybody who knows, it's
Wonderful.
like, think about Tom as he's this crazy Canadian personality, sort of like like Charlie Farquharson or uh, uh, Farley Mowat. These are Canadian characters. Pierre Burton.
Yeah.
If you read some of Tom's poetry and some of the lyrics of his, I mean, he's up there. Like this is, we had Gordon Lightfoot at our shows. He performed with us, and he told us some stories. And there's a couple of those stories in my book about Gord going up to the house. He was on the wagon for 23 years and went up to Tom's house one afternoon. That was the end of the wagon. He got a little wasted.
Wow.
So anyway,
Wow. Jeez.
Anyway, thanks again, man.
I'm really looking forward to not only the musical aspect of the show, but the stories and just the energy you're going to bring. I really look forward to it.
It's a very personal experience, and we will see. By the way, we played the Kepawag Country Fest a couple of years ago, so there's going to be perhaps people that remember us from that. So I hope those folks come out. We had a big turnout that day.
Fantastic. Well, spread the word wide and far.
Good day, sir.
And we'll be drinking a lot of Whiskeyjack beer that night, guaranteed.
We're going to take pictures, so we'll know for sure. See you, Luke.
Nice talking to you, Duncan.
You too. Bye now.
Cheers.